The Art of Refinement. Mastering modern etiquette in everyday life in an age where digital interactions often overshadow face-to-face communication. Maintaining refined manners has become both an art form and a necessity. Whether navigating social gatherings, professional environments, or casual encounters, understanding contemporary etiquette is essential for cultivating respect and fostering meaningful connections. This guide explores the nuances of modern manners through practical examples and timeless principles that remain relevant across generations. By examining key areas such as dining protocols, conversational norms, and digital decorum, we uncover how small gestures can significantly impact personal and professional relationships. Elevating social interactions through thoughtful conduct. Social interactions serve as the foundation of human connection, requiring careful attention to unspoken rules governing behavior. A simple gesture like holding doors open or offering genuine compliments demonstrates awareness of others' needs while reinforcing positive social bonds. Maintaining eye contact during conversations signals attentiveness and respect. When engaged in dialogue, avoid distractions from electronic devices unless necessary for safety reasons. This focused presence shows consideration for your conversation partner's importance. Proper introductions play a crucial role in initiating successful social exchanges. When meeting someone new, use their full name initially before switching to first names only after mutual comfort is established. Always include titles when appropriate, e.g., doctor, professor, until invited otherwise. Giving compliments, offer sincere praise rather than insincere flattery. Focus on specific qualities or achievements instead of vague statements like "you look nice." Active listening, nod occasionally, maintain appropriate body language, and ask follow-up questions to demonstrate engagement without interrupting the speaker. Personal space awareness. Respect physical boundaries by keeping arms at comfortable distances. Avoid invading another person's personal space unless culturally expected. Understanding cultural differences in social conduct is equally vital. What may be considered polite in one culture could appear intrusive in another. Researching basic customs before attending international events helps prevent unintentional offenses while showing respect for diverse traditions. Cultivating grace in dining environments. Dining experiences provide excellent opportunities to practice refined table manners that reflect both personal character and societal expectations. Proper utensil usage follows a systematic approach, beginning with outermost implements moving inward as courses progress. When seated at a formal dinner, wait for everyone to be served before commencing eating. Begin with bread and butter, then proceed to soup using the correct spoon technique. Maintain good posture by sitting upright with elbows close to the body, avoiding resting forearms on the table. Drink consumption requires discretion, particularly in upscale establishments. Sip beverages quietly rather than gulping them down. Avoid placing glasses on the edge of plates. Instead, position them centrally within reach but not obstructing food presentation. Etiquette across global table traditions. Cultural variations shape dining practices worldwide, necessitating sensitivity towards differing customs. In some Asian countries, chopsticks are used for most meals, while Western cultures typically employ forks and knives. Understanding these distinctions allows for respectful participation in various culinary settings. Tea ceremonies in Japan emphasize meticulous rituals involving precise movements and silent contemplation, contrasting sharply with European coffeehouse traditions centered around informal discussions over steaming cups. Recognizing these contrasts enhances appreciation for global hospitality practices. Adapting to local dining etiquette involves observing cues from hosts and fellow guests. If unsure about proper procedure, discreetly inquire about preferred methods rather than making assumptions based solely on personal habits. Special occasions demand heightened awareness regarding dietary restrictions and preferences. Before attending any event, consider potential allergies or religious observances that might influence meal choices. Express gratitude for offerings regardless of whether you partake in every item presented. Navigating conversations with diplomacy and empathy. Effective communication hinges upon balancing self-expression with consideration for others' perspectives. Paying attention to nonverbal cues such as facial expressions and body language provides insight into emotional states beyond spoken words alone. Avoid dominating conversations by allowing natural pauses between speakers. Practice active listening techniques, including paraphrasing what was said to confirm understanding and asking clarifying questions when needed. This fosters deeper connections built on mutual respect. Discussing sensitive topics requires tactfulness and restraint. Choose appropriate times and settings for delicate subjects, ensuring privacy for all involved parties. Employ empathetic language, expressing concern rather than judgment when addressing difficult issues. Humility plays a significant role in maintaining harmonious dialogues. Acknowledge mistakes openly without defensiveness, showing willingness to learn from errors made in previous interactions. Apologize sincerely when wronged, focusing solutions rather than dwelling on past transgressions. Mastering digital communication norms. Modern life demands proficiency in managing online interactions that mirror traditional etiquette standards. Email correspondence remains a cornerstone of professional communication, requiring clarity, brevity, and politeness in every message sent. Begin emails with subject lines clearly stating purpose, followed by salutations using recipient's preferred format, Mr./Ms. last name versus first name. Keep messages concise yet thorough, organizing information logically with bullet points or numbered lists where applicable. Respond promptly to received communications, demonstrating reliability and professionalism. If unable to reply immediately, send a brief acknowledgement confirming receipt along with estimated response timeframe. Never ignore messages, expecting others to interpret silence as approval or agreement. Text messaging etiquette. In contemporary society, mobile messaging platforms have redefined interpersonal connectivity, creating new expectations around responsiveness and tone. Text abbreviations, LOL, BRB, should be reserved for casual friends rather than colleagues or clients where clarity is paramount. Respect recipients' time by avoiding excessive texting during work hours or late evening periods unless emergencies arise. Allow adequate time for responses before following up, recognizing that people prioritize tasks differently depending on individual circumstances. Use clear punctuation and grammar even in informal texts, since misinterpretations frequently occur due to lack of visual cues present in face-to-face conversations. Spell-check messages prior to sending to minimize embarrassing typos that could damage reputations professionally. Before forwarding private messages, obtain explicit permission from original sender, respecting confidentiality agreements they might have established with you personally or organizationally. Professional decorum in workplace environments. Maintaining workplace etiquette contributes substantially to productivity and morale among employees. Dress codes vary widely across industries, but generally require neatness reflecting company values while remaining comfortable enough for daily activities. Punctuality signifies respect for coworkers' schedules and organizational efficiency. Arrive prepared with completed assignments ready for review, minimizing disruptions caused by last-minute preparations affecting team workflows negatively. Office spaces necessitate mindfulness regarding noise levels and shared resources. Speak softly near telephone stations or break rooms, refraining from loud conversations disrupting concentration zones occupied by others nearby, working diligently on assigned projects simultaneously. Handling office conflicts constructively. Conflicts inevitably arise despite best efforts toward cooperation. However, resolving disagreements amicably preserves healthy working relationships. Address concerns privately with affected individuals rather than broadcasting grievances publicly, which risks escalating tensions unnecessarily. Focus solutions-oriented approaches, emphasizing common goals rather than assigning blame individually. Propose compromise options benefiting all stakeholders involved, fairly representing each party's interests equitably whenever possible. Document incidents formally according to HR procedures if persistent problems continue unresolved through direct negotiation attempts. This protects against allegations of favoritism or harassment claims arising from ambiguous situations left undefined verbally alone. Seek mediation services provided by employer when complex disputes emerge exceeding capacity, handled internally by departments responsible, monitoring internal affairs, regularly assessing overall satisfaction rates periodically. Fostering respect in personal relationships. Healthy personal relationships thrive on consistent displays of affection combined with mutual respect for boundaries set forth by partners or family members. Regular check-ins ensure continued alignment with evolving needs and aspirations, shaping future directions together constructively. Honesty forms bedrock upon which trust develops, securely anchoring enduring partnerships resistant to external pressures threatening stability, achieved jointly through cooperative endeavors undertaken faithfully consistently over time. Quality time spent together strengthens emotional bonds formed naturally through shared experiences, creating lasting memories cherished long after initial encounters occurred, originally establishing foundational elements guiding subsequent interactions occurring thereafter. Preserving environmental consciousness through considerate actions. Eco-friendly behaviors manifest themselves subtly yet powerfully, influencing collective responsibility toward planetary preservation initiatives undertaken globally today, impacting tomorrow's generations positively. Small changes adopted universally yield substantial cumulative effects, transforming environmental challenges confronting humanity currently. Reducing single-use plastics becomes imperative, considering millions tons discarded annually, harming marine ecosystems, irreversibly damaging biodiversity. Thriving underwater habitats reliant upon clean waters maintained effectively through mindful consumer choices implemented conscientiously, everyday decisions made consciously, deliberately. Supporting sustainable brands encourages ethical production processes, prioritizing fair wages alongside environmentally sound manufacturing techniques, reducing carbon footprints significantly compared conventional alternatives, often associated higher pollution outputs, detrimental atmosphere quality deteriorating progressively, worsening climate change conditions accelerating rapidly. Participating actively within community recycling programs amplifies impact generated locally, contributing meaningfully. National conservation objectives pursued relentlessly, governmental agencies collaborating internationally, seeking resolutions, protecting fragile ecological balances, sustaining life itself fundamentally. Minimizing energy waste through conscious electricity usage conserves finite resources available planet-wide, enabling equitable distribution access required, supporting growing populations worldwide facing increasing demands placed upon limited supplies becoming scarcer day by day, necessitating urgent action addressing imminent crises looming ahead. Conclusion: refined mannerisms enriched lives immeasurably, enhancing quality interactions experienced continuously throughout existence, irrespective socioeconomic status attained personally, professionally, socially, spiritually, wherever journey unfolds uniquely, each individual path traversed distinctively. By integrating thoughtful conduct into daily routines, individuals cultivate environments characterized by mutual respect, empathy, and consideration. These deliberate actions ripple outward, inspiring others to adopt similar attitudes, ultimately creating societies valuing dignity above all else as fundamental right. Belonging: inherently every human being deserves universally recognized, globally accepted principle governing civil discourse everywhere forevermore.